Within the Unity movement, we view Advent as an adventure of awakening. We're awakening to our true nature. We're awakening to our own light. Advent starts with hope and faith. And we start this whole process of awakening because hope and faith help us to remember who we really are. We receive a divine idea or an inspiration. We glimpse a new possibility. And then we feel hope, and it becomes a catalyst to listen and act in faith. When we listen and act in faith, life looks different. Goodness expands. And so now we move into peace. So we go from hope and faith, then into peace. Peace on earth, goodwill to all humans, right? As a young adult, I would go to like my church at the time. I was in a Southern Baptist church. And I was told Jesus would bring me peace. Jesus would give me peace, but I can't say that I ever actually experienced that. Then as I got a little older, I thought that when I managed the conditions of my life, then I would experience peace. Peace was what would happen when I got my life in order. So I didn't focus on peace. I focused on cleaning up my messes, managing my unfinished business, ticking off items on my infinite to-do list, doing all the things that society told me, like if you do this, you'll be a success. And then I saw that peace would be my reward. Only I never managed all that. Now we can have peace for a short period of time. You know, I know last week, one day I checked off everything on my to-do list, and I did have maybe a half hour of peace and relaxation that I got to enjoy just being, whoa, okay, this is nice. But then life started up again. This kind of peace is not lasting. Something always comes up. But the thing is that peace is not something we get to experience when everything falls into place. Peace is actually something we move into first. And then things shift in our life. So I want to talk about three secrets to inner peace. And the first secret is that peace is a revelation. It's not a reward. It is a revelation. We don't have to earn peace by being good enough or spiritual enough. We don't earn peace by managing all of the conditions of our life. We experience peace. And we experience peace the moment we stop resisting all of the stuff we think we need to change so we can be happy and have peace. So what we're doing is we're learning to accept the package of our life. Eckhart Tolle says this: non-resistance, non-judgment, and non-attachment are the three aspects of true freedom and enlightened living. True freedom is peace. See, when life doesn't go our way, it can be very easy to fall into this trap of feeling like life is not fair. This situation is not fair. This condition is not fair. And of course, there are so many things in life, and they really aren't fair. But if we start thinking about how life is not fair, we start experiencing resistance. And resistance is going to feel like, I don't like this, it has to change so I can be happy, so I can be at peace. But when we accept the conditions of our life, and this doesn't mean tolerating bad situations or bad behavior or giving up all of our hopes and dreams. When we start accepting the conditions of our life, then we know what we're working with. That's it. This is what's happening right now. This is what I'm working with. Okay, for example, the weather. If you woke up this morning and it was 28 degrees outside, I mean, you may grumble about the weather, but you can't make the weather change, so you can wear whatever you want. You have to accept the weather is what it is, and if it's 28 degrees outside, you dress accordingly. That's all. We accept where the weather is, and then we know how to dress. That's all. That's all. Doesn't mean we have to like the icy weather. but now we can dress accordingly. So we don't focus on the problems. We seek out the wonders that are God. And we receive inspiration. We glimpse that possibility of greater good in our life. We feel hope. It energizes our faith. We listen, we act, we listen, we act. And then we start experiencing peace. We start creating peace within us. Life does not have to go our way for us to experience peace. Peace is not the absence of turmoil. It's the presence of divine awareness. Life is going to do what it does, as it always does. And so peace is always available to us when we stop resisting the things that life is doing. We stop resisting what is, and we remember the truth of who we are, that we are each an emanation of divine source. Affirm, I am an emanation of divine source. I am a peace generator. I'll say it again. I am an emanation of divine source. I am a peace generator. The second secret, so the first secret is that peace is not a condition that happens. Okay. Now, our second secret to inner peace is to know that stillness is the doorway. Stillness is the doorway. This is probably not what you think it is. You've heard the verse. We've all heard this verse from Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Okay, there's two instructions there. Be still. Be still. Metaphysically, this is about going into heart-brain coherence. Where you can just touch your heart and take a deep breath, and you start creating heart-brain coherence. And if you want to learn more about this, search on the HeartMath Institute, heart-brain coherence. Just search heart-brain coherence. So that's the first part of this. Be still. Heart-brain coherence. Take a deep breath. Know that I am God. Okay, remember, I'm an emanation of divine source. You are an emanation of divine source. Be still and remember you are an emanation of divine source. Now you can see that this is actually a practice. It doesn't just happen. It is a practice. We are doing something, right? We're doing two things. When we are still, we do our heart-brain coherence. We take our focus off the conditions of life, off all the things that we don't approve of and we don't like. And then, so that's be still, know that I am God. And then we are seeking, that's the second part, we're seeking then only the wonder that is God. So we're choosing to seek only the wonder that is God. We are consciously choosing what we focus on. We change what we focus on. We change our thinking to change our life by shifting our focus off of our problems, off the restrictions and limitations of life, all the things we don't like and approve of. We shift our focus off of that and onto God, onto the wonders that are God, onto the beauty of the universe, onto love and light. So this is a verse from Romans. Focus your mind on this. Whatever is true, whatever is honest, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good rapport. If there is any virtue and if there is any praise, think about these things, and the God of peace shall be with you. And so, I'm sorry, that wasn't from Romans. That's from Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. So we're aligning with the Christ within us. Then we have to make a choice to focus on the spark of the divine in all people, in everyone. We have to decide that we are going to see the Christ light in everyone. And this can take a lot of effort. It can take a lot of effort, especially if we don't like someone. And sometimes we have to add in some gratitude and appreciation so that we can get past the things that we wish never happened or that we think are unfair. See, stillness doesn't mean silence or inactivity. It doesn't mean just sitting in meditation. Okay? I mean, I'm not saying don't meditate, don't pray. I'm saying pray, meditate, do all those things. But what we're doing is, in that stillness, is what We're aligning with the divine within us so that we can show up to life being non-reactive and non-resistance. We don't wait for peace. We practice it. We practice non-reactivity. We practice non-resistance. I am an emanation of divine presence. I am an emanation of divine presence. I am the heart and hands of divine source energy in this world. And then this leads us to the third secret. And the third secret is just this: God is all things. God is all things. The all is the all. God is all things, and that means me. God is all things, and that means me. So we remember in this secret, we remember who we are. We remember peace is already available to us. We recognize and we embody peace when we align with the divine within. We are peace generators. Generate means to bring into being. We bring peace into being by remembering that we are an emanation of divine source. We bring peace, we generate peace, we bring peace into being by remembering we can bring peace into being. So here's our call to action for this week. Our affirmation: I am a peace generator. I am a peace generator. I am a peace generator. We bring peace into being by remembering our true nature. We remember our true nature by connecting with the divine within us, and then shifting our focus from the things that we don't like, that we wish would change so that we could be happy. We remember, we connect with the divine within us, and we shift our focus to the things that are lovely and are good. What we're really doing here is we are creating a sacred uprising within ourselves, a spiritual revolution that starts with awakening our own light. You know, when Jesus Christ came to this planet, he had a mission, and it was to cause a spiritual revolution, how to overcome the thinking of the world that keeps us limited and focus on the wonder that is God. That's what a revolution is, to focus on what we actually want to experience. That's what a revolution is. And we've heard this too. This is from Romans. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. What is the pattern of this world? Right now, we could say that it is a lot of negativity, lots of negativity. There's a pattern happening right now. It's turning people against each other. So don't conform to the pattern of the world, to the restrictions, to the limitations. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Align with that inner peace within. Align with the Christ consciousness. Our experiences are deeply influenced by what we are focused on. So here's our invitation for this week. We can pay attention to our inner conversations, because as we listen to our inner conversations, we get insight into those moments when we are in reactivity, we're reacting to something, or when we are resisting something in our life. So what do we do when we notice that? Our hand on our heart, take a deep breath, be still, and remember, I am an expression of divine source. Say that with me. I am an expression of divine source. I am a peace generator. Affirm with me, I am willing to rise above the conditions of life that I don't like. I'm willing to rise above all this. I'm willing to rise above the conditions of life that I don't like. So I shift my focus. So I seek only the wonder that is God. I focus on whatever is lovely. I focus on whatever deserves my attention, whatever supports the light that I really am, whatever honors that divine at work within me. I focus on love and gratitude and appreciation. These things are harmonized with divine mind. And when we are harmonizing our mind with divine mind, we're aligning with the Christ consciousness, and this is how we are creating heaven on earth. And so remember, until next time, remember, you are divinely designed to do all of this. You are divinely designed to do all of this. You are a one-time, one-of-a-kind cosmic event. In everything you do, you are blessed. And so it is. So it is.